Hey, welcome everybody. Thanks so much for joining us today. And please, as always, put in the chat where you're from. And we're very excited today to have Jeff Booth with us. And obviously we'll get into formal introductions shortly, but in the meantime, I'm going to start sharing my screen. So give me a sec to do that. But tell us in the chat where you're from, and let's have some fun with Jeff today.
Please say hi. I see already some of the people who's been here before. Please continue to say hi in the chat and tell us where you're from. We've got people from India, from Toronto, from everywhere in South Africa, Cape Town, Johannesburg. Please continue to say hi, and again, welcome. As Craig is busy sharing his screen, we will take questions from you at the end. After our panel has asked Jeff questions, Craig will do all the formalities in a moment, and Craig will also be the moderator for the session. So if you have comments and questions during the talk, please post them in the Zoom chat. I'm keeping a very close eye on all of that, and I'm noting all your questions and comments.
And as I was saying, we are delighted to have Jeff with us to talk through a couple of questions that we felt as a panel were useful to becoming a purposeful investor, which we think is very important in Africa, and a purposepreneur, which we've been promoting in the Democratising Entrepreneurship Community for some time now. So we really believe that we need a new model for economic development, and we see this as a bit of a wake up and shake up. All right, welcome everybody. Thanks so much. We're super excited to, I've just requested remote control, Liesl. We're super excited to have Jeff Booth. Hey, I'm Craig Terblanche. I'm facilitating today, and I'm a serial entrepreneur and founder of the Democratising Entrepreneurship Community. Then we've got, sorry, Liesl, we're still on slide 2. Then we've got Nomhle Canca with us, who's an investment banker, and she's really focused on the disenfranchised community and the upliftment of them. She's also chair of the National Foundation Dialogue Initiative, and the CEO, she's the CEO of the Luthuli Foundation, and she's a founding member of the Women's Development Bank. Tania Rhode is an entrepreneur, skills development and impact specialist, and a B-BBEE implementer, and she's also Gauteng Regional Chair for ASDSA, the Association for Skills Development of South Africa. Radford is an IBM greybeard with 30 years experience leading technology-enabled innovations and now focused on transforming and platforming ecosystems for exponential inclusive growth. Alistair Hofert is a change maker in artificial intelligence and innovation with over 23 years global experience at an executive business level. And then last but not least, we've got on our panel Brett Bowes, who's an entrepreneur, a businessman, and Madikwe Community Upliftment Chair. Ensuring sustainable inclusive communities around game lodges is just one of the projects he's involved in. But Brett's business is helping take advantage of Africa's latent opportunity. Brett, I wanted you to just give us your view on Africa's latent opportunity before we formally welcome Jeff. All right, so Jeff describes himself as we'll carry on. Jeff describes himself as a technology entrepreneur and reluctant author. He's the founder of Build Direct, which started in his garage and was listed at over $1 billion market cap. And he's also the author of The Price of Tomorrow, Why Deflation is the Key to an Abundant Future. Today, we're going to focus a little bit more on the abundance part. So welcome, Jeff. As you know, I'm a huge fan. I've read your book twice, and I've recommended it to many people. I know that you're a long-term optimist and you believe that we're moving towards a world of abundance. And you've also been pretty vocal about entrepreneurship being fundamental to creative destruction and exponential innovation. The Price of Tomorrow, on the other hand, is a lesson in economics and the deflationary effects of technology. On the other hand, the cumulative negative effects of inflationary monetary policy. But we know that technology will make things cheaper and better and will hopefully win over inflationary monetary policy. So let's call that for a given for now. Ah, you can. Okay, so Brett,
Yeah.
I carried on with the intro of Jeff while you were offline, but if you could go to your Africa's latent opportunity is how you see it and what it is.
My normal job is all about actually making Africa grow. And the question I've really got for this webinar, and I think, Jeff, for you, is Africa out of poverty to be a real global player. And it's both possible and exciting, I believe, because we have two exponential processes that overlay each other. And this creates an extraordinary opportunity if we do the right things. When I was at school, 4 + 4 = 8, right? But 4 to the power of 4 is actually 256. That's 30 times more growth than 4 + 4. That's how exponential works. And the two parts, the two kind of enabling possibilities that are both exponential are the following. The first is that actually Africa's organic growth potential itself is exponential without tech. By 2060, we're going to have 25% of the world's population living here. And then you overlay the exponential effects of better education, food security, continued growth and democracy on the continent, continued growth over the rule of law, and the new Africa Free Trade Agreement, which started in January. And you get a really exciting space. Anyway, we're much in the same position as India or China were 25 years ago. Now imagine if we overlay that with the exponential power of tech in its current state, because when China and India were starting, tech it was doing stuff, but not doing the kind of things it's doing now. It actually gives me goosebumps to think of the possibilities of these two things happening at the same time. We just need to unblock attitudes. We need to do things differently. We simply need to adopt stakeholder-based capitalism and dose it with the liberal helping of exponential tech. And then I really do believe that the sky's the limit for the continent. That's really what I wanted to start off with. I am a complete optimist. So you might accuse me of all of those things, but I really do believe it.